Vanish Volume 1, written by Donny Cates and drawn by Ryan Stegman. Now, I don't think I've ever read anything by Donny Cates. All I know is he did Venom. I think he did Punisher. I don't know. He did some Marvel stuff. And then I don't know. Every time I hear the name Donny Cates, people always are like, "Oh, I wish him well. I hope he recovers. I hope he's doing okay. I hope he like bounces back." And to this day, I still can't figure out what happened to the guy. Every time I see his name, people are like praying for him, but no one's telling me why they were praying for him. So I think something bad happened to him, but I don't know what it is. So I don't like. I don't know. That's my little rant about Donny Cates. But yeah, so he released this book, Vanish, with Ryan Stegman, who is the artist. And let's just talk about Mr. Stegman, because again, I don't think I've read anything with Ryan Stegman, but boy, do I regret not reading Ryan Stegman, because oh my gosh, this guy's art is amazing. Let's find some pages to show. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It kind of reminds me of like Greg Capullo, kind of that cartoony style, especially when he does human faces. It does definitely look like Greg Capullo. Let's find some other imagery here. Like, everything is just so dark and so gothic. Just a lot of insanity. Like, look at that. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful book to read. It's a very nice book to look at. The action is very insane. It's very violent. It's insanely violent. Like, it's some things are kind of hard to look at, but it's so over the top where it's like you kind of disassociate from it, so it's not too crazy. What exactly is this book? What exactly is Vanish? I'm trying to figure out, to be honest. There's this volume, and I believe there's a second volume, and I believe it stops at 8, so I've only read half of it so far. So I don't really want to judge it, but also if I'm halfway through the story, I feel like I'm allowed to judge it a little bit. And all I'll say is there's just a lot of talking. A lot of talking, but I don't really feel anything is being said, to be honest. It's about this guy who, as a kid, saved the world, and now no one really cares about him, and now there's a threat, but I don't really know what this threat is. I don't really understand. Like, the guys who were the bad guys from the world he saved, are coming back, I think, and they're threatening him, and that's it. And it's just a lot of talking and some action dispersed here and there, and a lot of moping, a lot of sadness. Oh, my life sucks, yada yada. I saved the world. No one likes me. I have a wife, but I don't really care about her because, and I'm never home. I don't know. There's a lot of moping. There's a lot of just like downer. It's a very downer book. There's not really a hope of glimpse. It's not really like a little light in the corner. It's just a very nihilistic book, to be honest. A lot of death, a lot of despair. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. I mean, it looks great. I'm not gonna discredit that. It looks amazing. Like, this big, very nice to look at. But yeah, I just don't really feel really wasn't my cup of tea, to be honest. A lot of demons, a lot of aliens, a lot of magic going on. Honestly, I think my favorite part of this book was the beginning and like the kind of the backstory of this guy. Spoilers, obviously. Let me find it. Where he was in this like magic realm where everything is magic, and then this bad guy comes along, Vanish. Oh yeah. So the book is called Vanish, and Vanish is the dude he kills when he's a kid. The dude does vanish. He doesn't really appear in the book. He's just mentioned and showed in the beginning because he kills him. So naming the book after the dude you killed like 30 years ago, I mean, like, again, I don't want to diss the entire book because there's still 4 issues left. But like, I feel like, am I crazy here? Am I crazy here to like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going crazy. By far, my favorite part of the book is the first part where the bad guy, this Vanish guy, is like, "You guys can't defeat me. I'm the big master sorcerer. I have the magic. My magic overpowers you guys. You guys are cooked. You guys are never." He's just hyping himself up, yada yada yada. And then the kid comes in with the freaking pistol and just shoots him in the dome and finishes him. And I thought that was hilarious. That was hilarious. That was like the modern day version of Indiana Jones with the guy waving his sword around. Indiana Jones just going bam and shoots him. Like I thought that was hilarious, to be honest. And that's like the one thing in the book that like I really really enjoyed. Other than that, it's just like 4 issues of feeling sad, drinking, moping, arguing, talking, fighting, and I didn't really care for any of it, to be honest. I didn't really care for any of the characters. I didn't really. Ooh, this is a nice Greg Capullo cover. Look at that. Very nice Greg Capullo cover. Anyways, yeah, I just didn't really care for it, to be honest. And, that's okay. I mean, I didn't really like it. Doesn't mean you guys won't like it potentially if you decide to pick it up. I'd say maybe it's worth a shot if it's on sale or something. You should get it really just for the art because the art looks beautiful. Ryan's segment, oh my gosh, I love it. If you guys really like super gory, like just like distorted faces, like let me show you a face of this like demon woman. Like, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of We Have Demons by Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. Just the visual style. But even that book has like much more hope to it and much more life to it, if that makes sense. It's not as like dark and despair as this one right here. And yeah, spoilers for the ending, I guess. But the big plot development at the end is they found his wife, and they're gonna go get her. And honestly, I'll say this: with the way this book is headed, I actually don't know if she'll live or not because yeah, this book is just so dark and people are dying left and right. So if they somehow find a way to brutally murder this woman, I wouldn't really be surprised. Am I gonna pick up the second volume? If I find it for super cheap, I got this book ridiculously cheap, ridiculously cheap. So if I can find the second volume for as a ridiculously cheap price as this, I would pick it up. But I'm not really dying to read this book, to be honest. I'm not really like, oh my gosh, I need to know how it ends. I'm so invested in this depressed dude who killed a guy 30 years ago, and that's his one claim to fame. I'm so invested in this book. Not really, but I'd finish it if I came across the second volume. I see like a lot of this. I see this volume quite often in the stores, but I don't even know what the second volume looks like. I don't even think I've seen the second volume in stores. It's not as popular as the first one. Maybe, well, I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm gonna stop dissing this book, to be honest. Um, but yeah, if you're gonna pick it up, just expect it to be very dark and very downer, and expect to be depressed after reading this, but also be happy because you read some really nice art. You like looked at some great art. So there's that. Overall, the book is like a 5 out of 10, and the art is really doing the heavy lifting in this rating. The art is really doing the heavy lifting in this rating. Looks great. Anywho, I forgot to say this: like and subscribe. Ayo, you guys have been popping off with the views in the last couple of videos, so I want to keep that momentum going. I'm going to start reading more, start reviewing more, start uploading more. Like and subscribe. More shit is coming on the way. I think the next book I might review is TMNT and Batman. That might be the next one on the list. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, Vanish.